Hi everyone, welcome to the channel. It's Luna Marie here, the Spiritual Warrior UK. If you are new to the channel, then welcome. Thank you for joining me. I'm so glad that Spirit's guided you here. And remember that everything that you come across is for a reason. So there's a message here for you. If you like my vibe, then please click and subscribe. For everybody else, thank you for joining me again. Thank you for all your wonderful support and comments and just being here with me on this journey absolutely means the world to me, and it's so lovely to watch this channel grow. Okay, I was really guided to do this video by my team, and the eternal flame, it's what I'm hearing. Hence the reason that I'm really cleansing with the Salopanto at the moment, and just bringing in the energies with some light language, and just very much enabling the two energies to come together. So I'm going to be working with the Divine Feminine and the Divine Masculine today, and this is very much about the union of the eternal flame. Now this is a general collective reading, so please take it as it resonates. This could just be in the 5D, or it can resonate within the 3D, but I always recommend that you watch my videos within the Divine Masculine and the Divine Feminine within ourselves. So it's very much of the eternal flame of the self. Okay, so let us continue and see what we've got coming up here. Got some unusual decks. Okay, what do we need to know? The eternal flame. What's this about, please, Spirit, for these connections, these twin flame connections, the eternal flame. I'm hearing the eternal flame never goes out. It burns through and is ignited through lifetimes after lifetimes. It's almost like they're saying to me, you know, when you see a reflection in your eye, it's like that. It's like the flame when, you know, when you catch a light off to the side of your eye, or a flash, it like stays there, it lingers. And that's what I'm feeling. I'm feeling like it's a lingering, but not in a way like you need to clear it out. It's just in a way of, I don't like to say the way completion, but that's kind of what I'm feeling. I'm feeling in a completion kind of sense, because it's like a wholeness. It's like a wholeness that comes together and aligns. Okay, this eternal flame for these divine counterparts. Eternal flame, please. What else do we need to know, please? Eternal flame. Oh my God. I love my job. Destiny. I haven't used this deck forever, and I was so strongly called to it. What I'm being drawn to, look at the little love hearts in the back. Destiny, divine purpose, passion and service. God, there's so much imagery on this card that I just kind of get drawn into it. It's like it feels like a fantasy. It feels like a dimensional fantasy, a dimensional illusion. But actually, the illusion is that you don't embrace the energy, that you don't embrace the light, that you don't embrace the love, because it's looked at from, in the beginning, thank you, Spirit, it's looked at in a very three-dimensional way. But this is a connection of divine purpose. It is a connection of service. So when it's a connection of service, there is growth. There has to be growth. There has to be guidance. There has to be illumination. There has to be a path that needs to be taken. And not all paths are, I like to say happy paths, but they're growth paths. And what's interesting is that I'm being really drawn to the mushrooms, the fungi that's growing down here, you know, and when it feels very dark and wet and damp, it's like the mushrooms kind of grow and they grow in the dark. But as we move over into the light of this card, we go from mushrooms in the dark to the dolphins jumping over the world into the light, into the angelic realm. It feels like you have this earth here with the elementals, and the elementals are then dipping in and out of the realities of the 3D and the 5D. So when we're in the elementals, there feels like there's an element of time. This is taking so long. I'm not seeing anything. Time. It's time to move on, I'm hearing. It's time to break this. It's time to cut the cords. And when you go into the other dimension, it doesn't become about time. It becomes about energy. And I feel like that's what we get lost in. Okay, being drawn to this. Tell me. Okay. There's a card that's gone straight on the floor. I didn't even shuffle. Leopardolite. Recall your leopardolite. Excuse the pronunciation. Recall your dreams. I mean, I didn't even shuffle and it just fell off. Okay, guidance, a card for the Divine Feminine, please. Apple-light. Stay positive. Interesting. And it feels like it's a very clean energy. Please excuse my nails. I'm not really a long nail talent person. I've got a garden that's in much need of digging, and that's where I've been most of the week. And then we've got bloodstone. Get up and get moving. Okay. Divine masculine. Please, where's the divine masculine? It's very interesting because I feel like the divine feminine, or the divine feminine energy, take it as it resonates, is very much in the 5D. It's very much in the energetics. We've got hematite, ground yourself, and argonite, release your emotional baggage. Both of these feel like they're very grounding energies, that they're very base chakra, and this feels like it's very crown to me. So it feels like we're a little bit like this. And then the energies as they come together, it's like it's like it grounds. You know, it's your yin and your yang, your masculine and feminine, above and below. You know, it's the polar opposites. And I did get a channeling many months ago about the polarity of 3, and was really asking my guide, you know, what was the twin flame experience about? And it was, and what I was told was that it was very much about showing you your polar opposites, showing you, you know, you wanted to know what was going on and there was silence, and you needed that control and there was silence. You know, it was the complete opposite of what it is you wanted. Or they wanted something where they weren't going to get emotionally caught up in, and they got emotionally caught up in. So it was the complete opposite, you know, and that's what they told me that part of the teaching was about. It was about to show you your opposites, and I feel like that's where we are. I was also drawn to this deck as well, which I always find weird because I don't connect with this deck. I know I say this every time, but, and there's always great energy that comes through from here. Let's turn this over. Okay. The connection, please. The connection that binds us. Interesting, I was talking about the power of 3, and we have 3 cards here. I love it how spirit works, especially my guides. The dragon, the power and the strength. But look at this crystal here. Can you see that? It's almost a match. It's almost like this stay positive. I'm going to put this here. The serpent, knowledge and healing. Where do you want me to put this? Okay. The deer, gentleness and diplomacy. Okay, the Sibling Tarot. Let's just do a qualifier on, what have we got on the dragon, please? What have we got? Let's a clarifier for the dragon. Thank you. Okay. Clarify for the serpent, please. Okay, I'm getting manifestation. Transformation. Nine of Swords, temperance, and the deer. Judgment and temperance. I always feel like they're quite similar, judgment and temperance. And we've got the Six of Pentacles. Let's have another one on the dragon, please. Let's pair this up. Thank you. Look at these majors. There's a major on every one of these cards. Okay, let's start with the dragon. The dragon energy, I feel like it's linked with this. It's linked to the stay positive. It's linked with the bloodstone. It's like, you know, when you're tied to somebody and they are, you know, they're not just in this lifetime, they're for many lifetimes. And I feel like there is an element of this that's going on. It's like your past lives. There's been, you know, like much bloodshed between you, as in death and rebirth and death and rebirth. And also, of course, we've got the death card here. My God, you know, sometimes when I'm channeling, I don't actually focus on the cards. I am scrying as well. So I don't always, I'm feeling like the energy through my hands, and I'm not always focusing on the picture. So sometimes it takes me a while to like connect the dots. And that's just sort of like a classic example, you know, of it there. I'm also getting with this, an incredibly dry throat as well. I feel like it was interesting because I got transformation with the serpent, and for me the death is about new beginnings. It's about the ending the old, stepping into your power and strength. And it's like this, the bloodstone is like, get up and get moving. It's like I'm cleansing, but I'm also empowering. I've got the strength. And of course, we've got the redness of the roots chakra, which is about our survival. It's about our growth. It's about that fire. I am hearing fire in the belly, though I'm feeling it much more in the root and the sacral. You know, there's an element of just looking at oneself with this Three of Pentacles in reverse. And I feel like that's very much of where the divine feminine is, all the feminine energy within you. Take this as this resonates. I'm feeling that you're in a place of staying positive, focusing on the self, going through the transformation. The dragon is like the protectiveness. It's almost like the phoenix rising, but I'm hearing much more in depth, much more potent, much more energy, much more power as well. It's feeling that the feminine energy is in a good place. There is an element of walking away. There is an element of realization of this is about the self in the 5D, connection that goes through time, and not always in the 3D. It's not always in every lifetime that this happens. I'm being drawn to the deer to go next, where it's very interesting. And we've got the dragon and the deer. It's again, it's quite the polar opposites as well with the crystal cards that we've got here. So where we've got power and strength, when we go what I feel is the masculine energy, we've got gentleness and diplomacy. It's like the masculine energy has stepped in to the femininity. It's stepped into the gentle side of the self. There is a balancing out of the energies. There is a balancing out of where they are. There is an understanding. You know, the judgment is about that wake up. It can also mean second chances. It's about that shift in consciousness. It's about a new understanding. It's about waking up to spiritual enlightenment. Technically, within this connection, it's like to wake up to the spiritual understanding, there needs to be a groundedness. There needs to be an understanding of what's going on in the world. What are we be showing? Is this a limiting belief? How do I change this? Recall your dreams. I feel like this destiny is very much, there's a lot happening in dream state at the moment. With the energy that binds us, we've got the serpent. The serpent is about knowledge, but it's about healing. What I'm also really getting is this: in complementary medicine, you have the serpent or the snake that's wrapped around the staff, and that is about healing, and healing is about knowledge. It's about understanding the self. You can't help others until you help yourself. You can't let go of the anxiety until you shed the old you. You can't move forward until you balance up. You can't reach the height of the mountain, the peak of where it is you want to be, unless you follow the path. And the path is about balance. It's about being on land and being in the water. It's about being in the 3D and in the 5D. It's about stepping into the new earth, about accepting what is and growing from that, and realizing that the anxiety, again, in dream state, when we've got a lot of destiny, we've got a lot of understanding the dream state, lots of downloads happening at the moment, and growth and understanding. Really, really interesting cards that are coming through there. Okay, let's have a look at the energies of these twin flames. The eternal flame, the eternal flame. And you know, I'm showing my age, but I'm hearing the Bangles' Eternal Flame. I'm certainly not going to sing it for you. Yeah, I'm hearing the Bangles' Eternal Flame. I'm showing my age because I think that was in the 80s. And now I'm hearing Walk Like an Egyptian. We're having the whole montage of the Bangles. You know, maybe that's significant. Okay, eternal flame. What do we need to know about this eternal flame, please, Spirit? This eternal flame, this connection. What do we need to know? What does my collective need to know? What I'm hearing is that there is a need to go back to meditation. There is a need to go back within and align within yourself, allowing your system to align every day, taking a few minutes just for alignment, for purpose, for destiny to come in, for communication to come in of where you are going. And I don't mean communication of where the connection is going, but communication of where you are going, being led in the right way. This is all about alignment. You know, like the eternal flame never goes out. It's always burning, you know, and it's always aligned. It's always upright. You know, even when the wind comes in, when a draft comes in, there's a midline. There is a need for alignment. There is a need to go back and reconnect to the love of the energy of this. Now, I know that that's really quite difficult to do, because sometimes there is not a want to reconnect to the energy of the connection, because that can feel that you're being pulled back and reattaching, but being drawn to the energy of the essence of what this is. I'm actually hearing the honor of this. It's like what they're showing me, I'm really drawn to this, it's like what they're showing me is this. It's almost like the world. It goes round and it goes round, and lifetime after lifetime, and you play a different part. And the understanding comes back and it comes back, and you grow and you grow. And the eternal flame just keeps on burning. That there is no end. It's just about alignment of the self. Okay. What else, please? What have we got here? Five of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah. And the Sun. Queen of Wands. What I'm feeling with this is like when you go into the energy of the connection, the Five of Pentacles in reverse is all about the end, really, the end of a hardship, the end of difficulties, the end of feeling rejected, the end of feeling abandonment, the end of really looking at this in a 3D perspective, looking beyond what it is you see and what it is you feel. And sometimes the not knowing and the trusting is the journey. And that's not about you holding yourself back, and it's not about you giving up on your dreams. It's about you still dancing to the music, dancing to your own rhythm, with confidence, with a knowing of who you are, and always coming out with that light. What's so interesting about this Sun card is the Sun here is almost white. It's like that purity of positivity, the stay positive. Wherever you are, whatever your wishes are, whatever your hopes are or not, it's stay positive in the energy of what it meant to be on this path, of what it meant to be honored with this growth, this understanding, this higher ascension, this higher energy, this higher awareness. Because when you're not on a spiritual path and you feel like there's nothing that you can do to change, to grow, life can look very bleak. When you have a spiritual understanding, as we all know, it's not all skipping through the daisies and all light. It can be a very difficult path when you're in it, but when you come out of it, there is much light, there is much sunshine, there is much growth of confidence. It's like, what I love about this Queen of Wands, you know, and the Queen of Wands is this divine feminine. She can be connected but release attachments. She rises into her power. She's vivacious, she's strong, she's courageous. It's like, I don't even need to look at you. It's like, I know you're there. I know you'll always be there with your eternal flame. And I know you'll always be connected to me. But I can move freely through this life and take whatever direction I choose. That's my honor, that's my choice. That's my path for me to decide as the divine feminine. For me to bring in the light, the manifestation for myself in finances, in love, in purpose, and in growth. Tell me more about the eternal flame, please. Tell me more about the eternal flame. More, please. Nine of Pentacles. What have we got here? This is the Hangman in reverse, and this is the King of Cups in reverse. I feel like with the King of Cups sitting on the Five of Pentacles, I feel like that's that has been in the past. You felt the rejection. The rejection keeps coming in quite strong, but I feel like you've overcome it. I feel like you felt the disconnect, the void, the silence, and now it's time to step out of just hanging around. It's now time to take the reins and move forward with this amazing energy of the Queen of Wands, in this confident way, in this knowing what I want, and moving into this independence. And independence doesn't mean that you need to be on your own. It's the independence of creating your world. And what world is the eternal flame creating? I literally heard stop. Oh my God, the Empress. Look at this picture. Look how she sits there, exposed, bare, yet confident. It's like I can be vulnerable and I'm still strong. The serpent that we had earlier, the serpent of change. Where is the serpent? The serpent of knowledge and healing and growth. Yet we have the lovebirds here, the connection that's eternal. I listen, I hear it, whispers in my ear with the 5D. I know that we will always be connected through many sources, through many vibrations, through lifetime after lifetime. And through that, I can step into my vulnerability. I can shed the old skin. I can grow. I can change. I can develop. This feels like it's a very feminine energy. It's a very empowering energy. Okay, tell me about the Divine Feminine. Where's the Divine Feminine? Justice, 1111. The 3 of Water, which is the 3 of Cups, and the 3 of Air. What's so interesting for me is that I've been talking about the power of 3, about the polarities, about the Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine, and they come into the energy of connection. And here we have the power of 3. The 3 of Swords. You know, we were talking about healing. And the 3 of Swords is the 3 of Air here. And what's really interesting is there's the lovebirds there. There's the Divine Masculine and the Divine Feminine. And then there's the energy, the eternal energy that's always connected to you. It might feel like it's in the past, it's behind her, but it always sits on her wing, on her tail. It follows her. It helps her grow. It helps her step into the celebration of the balance, of the union. Let's bring this down to the 3D. Where's this going in the 3D? The Ace of Cups. The Page of Swords. And the one we all love, Patience. Temperance again. Ready for love. Ready for the eternal love. You know, the seahorses are animals that mate and never part. They stay together until death, until another lifetime. The energy of the eternal flame. It's like the Divine Feminine has reached this point. It's like I'm patient, but I'm not waiting, because I'm the Page of Swords. I'm kind of watching. I know that I'm watching the energy. I'm hearing. I'm watching the energy. And I'm open to the universe bringing in this true love for me, this pearl. I'm opened up and my heart is the pearl. My heart is the pearl. My heart is the prize. You don't meet many people because you don't see many pearls. You open many oysters and a lot of them are empty. And the divine feminine is not empty. The divine feminine is that pearl, is that whiteness of the crystal, the positivity. And what's interesting here, in the Three of Water, she holds the pearl. In each of the oyster shells that are open, the masculine, the feminine, and the connection each have the pearl in, because this connection is divine. Where's the masculine here? Where's the masculine energy here? The eternal flame of the masculine within this connection. King of Wands in reverse. Interesting that we got the Queen of Wands. Seven of Swords in reverse. King of Wands in reverse. Nine of Swords. Getting drawn in from the anxiety. What I love about this deck is that there's two kings, because one is the king and one is the queen of one. There's two kings in each of the suits, and they have different meanings. What I love about this is that this is the queen, even though it's the king. It's the feminine king, is the easiest way to say. It's in the reverse. And it's like, even though this King of Wands is not feeling grounded, that there's more chaos, the feminine energy is coming in and teaching the masculine how to accept that, how to accept love without needing to be anxious by it, without needing to run away, without needing to sweep it under the rug and pretend it's not happening. It's like it's the opening up, and when the opening up happens, you step into the masculine. It's a lot of fire energy coming in. Temperance is the Saggies. We've got the Wands here, so it could be Sagittarius, Leo. It's like willing to bang the drum. Here I am. And then we've got the Fool. The Fool and the Ace of Cups. Bringing this into the 3D, where is the masculine with this connection? Okay, I feel like that's connected to the Fool. Yeah, Five of Cups. Stepping away from the heartache of this. Oh my God, they're flying out in the 3D. King of Cups. Actually, it's the feminine essence of the King of Cups. Again, that feminine energy coming in. Nine of Cups in reverse with the Moon and the Four of Swords. I'm hearing I want to open my heart, and I pretend to open my heart, but it's like I'm still holding myself back with this these tentacles here. It feels, actually, what I'm getting with this Moon card is very much a head space, a head energy. The swords, you get caught up in the head. I need to sail my own ship in my own time, otherwise I feel out of control. Not happy in where I am, not moving forward in where I am, but feeling the grayness of all here and the brightness of the cards here. Two of Swords, you know, still thinking it over, still not seeing things clearly, still feeling vulnerable and not feeling comfortable with the vulnerability, but working towards the Queen of Cups and the Ace of Wands, that new beginning coming in, and allowing the feminine essence of the King to step in. It's very interesting that we've got Cups and Wands here, so we've got the heart energy, the flow, being pushed forward with that fiery passion. it feels that the masculine energy is still more complicated, and it feels like the feminine energy is very pure, very grounded, very purposeful. It's what I'm getting. Very on track. Okay, where do we go with this? Okay, I'm feeling these cards again. The eternal flame, please. The divine feminine. The divine feminine. The eternal flame. Harmonic resolution, negativity, anger, transmutation. I feel like this is it's like a vibration that's passing through for some of you, and I feel it's actually quite a small segment because they're showing me a little slither. I feel like some of you are just transmuting old stuff. It's interesting because they're saying the hieroglyphics. You know, I was getting that Egyptian, more like an Egyptian. I felt like there was this Egyptian, this going back in a past life at this level, and I'm getting hieroglyphics. I am going to get, let's get a life purpose card. Let's get past life card. These are the ones that I want. Be interesting. What's the purpose of the past life? What's been known in the past life for this connection, please? What's been known in the past life for this connection? Okay, we've got Celtic and we've got Asia. Let's say one more. Oh, okay, we've got, no, I only want one more. One more, please, Spirit. What else? Oh my goodness me, I'm not taking all these. I'm going to take that one. Persecution and inquisition. I feel like I'm getting five past lives in 5 different arenas. So we've got Celtic, Asian, I'm definitely getting Egyptian, and I'm feeling that there's another 2, and also around that times. There have been times when you've been together, there's been times when you've been apart in those lifetimes, and I feel like there is a greater understanding of that that's coming through again in dream state that they're giving me. What's the significance of these past lives, please? Okay, it gives you wisdom, psychic intuition, truth. It helps you to understand the connection with your person in the 3D realms. Sometimes it takes me a while to get there. Okay, the divine masculine, please. Thank you. Throat portal. Speak your truth, courage, and suppression. I feel like there's always been a holding back within the masculine energy in the truth of the feelings. A diversion, I'm hearing. A diversion in the truth. And what's so interesting about this Ace of Wands is that, you know, the imagery here, we've got a flower growing out of it. You know, what book are you writing in this lifetime? You know, you're not even looking at the flower. You're not even looking at your growth. You're distracted. You're distracted and looking away. And the path is in the book. The path is in the flower. The path is in the growth of who you interact with, how you change, how you grow as a person, how you develop. Past lives, please, here for the divine masculine. Medicine man or woman, and the scribe or the writer. The scribe or the writer, and there she is with the book. the book of words. Words are about throat, the speak of the truth. You know that you are, there's more to you than this. And interesting that we've got mother on the bottom of the deck. There's that feminine energy again with the divine masculine. And what does this past life help with the divine masculine, please? What does it show in the divine masculine? Breakthrough. Oh my God, look at this. Look at these cards. Leap of faith, freedom, and new beginning. See where we've got the triangle here? And we've got the triangle here. The power of 3. Speak your truth, courage, suppression. Leap of faith, freedom, new beginning. The understanding of, it's almost like the galactic energy I'm hearing there. Learning from the past, remembering who you were. You were a medicine man or woman, a shaman, a healer, a writer, a teacher. There's still remembering happening. There is a breakthrough that I feel that's on the precipice, on the cusp. There is much development here. It's still a little bit fragmented. I'm feeling for the masculine energy. To heal the wound, I'm healing. To heal the wound. It's very interesting because I'm very drawn to Soul Retrieval at the moment. I feel like that's in the Soul Retrievals are a lot about healing at the moment, healing fragments. This is something that I do. If you are on my list, on my newsletter list, they got 30% off the Soul Retrievals. I do Soul Retrieval, individual Soul Retrieval, and also twin flame Soul Retrievals as well. So if you want to check that out, do have a look at my website, which is thespiritualwarrior.uk. All my offerings are there. You know, and do sign up to my list because that's where I put my discounts. I give my discounts to my list. I rarely discount out in the hemispheres. Okay, card of guidance, please. Just a general card of guidance, and let's close up. Hidden blessings. In time, you will see the truth of what appears to be working against you and recognizing my favor. Participate with faith. All is unfolding according to a greater wisdom that ultimately serves your soul. I mean, it's literally just what we've been talking about. Yeah. I'm going to leave it there, guys. I hope that you found this reading useful. I leave you there with so much love, so much light. And I'll speak to you again soon.